One, two, one, two, one, two. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 how y'all doing?
Hey,
how y'all doing?
How you doing?
Happy Players Day Eve. Y'all know what we do. I'm your host, Main Manifest. To my left, I have
Hey, y'all, it's Rhea. How are you?
Rhea 605, my future ex-wife. And we don't have no POJ today. He tied up with the V-Day, but we are here celebrating. She early with it. Let's toast. We know we raise our glass. We toast. It's all good.
Wait, eye contact.
Eye contact.
You
already know. We toast.
Happy
She has the back
Valentine's
one.
Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. And that's all right. We talked about Valentine's Day last week.
I hope you're having an enjoyable and very lovely day.
But for the kings that's home, the queens that don't know, we celebrating International Players Day. Raise your glass, International Players Day. This is an annual event every year, February 15th.
You should have cued the music.
February 15th. Let's go. Shout out to everybody. Check this out. International Players Day is February 15th. It was founded by me, Main Manifest. This is the day that we show love to all of the unfortunate ladies who did not get flowers, candy, and sweets or dates. Right. Well, we learned from you, right? They have Steak and BJ Day, which is. So right now, this is International Players Day Eve. Actually, this is where you clean your house, and you set the cookies out and you get ready because it's going down tomorrow. And ladies, I just want y'all to know, look me in my eye. I'm here for y'all. I know he didn't do right. I know he didn't call you all day. You still waiting for that text. It's 10:22 Eastern Standard.
Sent the text, you're not gonna get it.
He ain't sent the text.
And don't answer tomorrow.
He ain't called. He gonna be like, I was so tied up. Everybody tied up with the projects.
Tomorrow.
I done got all of it. Let's just go. Let's get right into it. What are some of the best Valentine's Day excuses you've gotten in real life?
Oh, excuses.
Rodney, you ain't called me all day. Like, what did he say he was doing?
So, like, I can't think of an excuse that I've gotten for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
No. This is what. So I have had guys who, he was cheating. So he came ahead of time. And so it wasn't like he didn't call me all on Valentine's. He didn't like just ignore me all day on Valentine's Day. But beforehand, we were talking about when we were going to go out, and he said he couldn't go out on Valentine's Day.
That's a vet move.
Because he was doing, I forgot who, like a family member, somebody was in town, and he was going to go out with them. And so we could either do something before or after.
That's a vet move. Get your time in on the 13th or the 12th. Because you know what, I'm going to be at my at my auntie's,
my mom and them
my auntie's bingo
coming
game.
in, and I gotta
I gotta call the numbers for bingo. G55. I gotta call the numbers for bingo at my auntie, and then on the 14th, so I'm gonna be done. I've gotten that off before.
So that I've had that. That was a while ago, but I've had that.
My pet dog, he got a veterinarian appointment. I've changed it 3 times already. It's crazy. The only day they gave me was the 14th.
Only day.
I would
all day.
come see you, but the
dog gonna be upset
get Fido
afterwards.
to the doctor. We can get
Fido gonna be tired and hurting, and you got.
Oh my goodness! So International Players Day, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into it. We want to hear some of the date ideas and the So if you're on a date and you're watching Scheme Podcast, first let's get right into it. Shout out to Scheme Team France, Scheme Team Jamaica, all of our listeners, Facebook Live, YouTube, all across the world, wherever you're listening to us, all the podcast platforms. We hear y'all. Do they celebrate Valentine's Day in other cultures, or is it just an American pagan holiday?
That's a great question, but I think that they do, because it's Saint Valentine. When he wasn't American.
He was a saint?
Yeah.
This is what we need, Roman Catholic.
Yeah, so it started in Europe, so I think it does go.
We need some research.
Yeah,
he didn't. Where? So it is. We don't have a choice. So is it Australia and all that too? They do. Wow. Saint Valentine. Everybody need love. Like Saint Nick. I know, man. Everybody need love too. Big girls need love too. Girls need love too.
Just everybody needs love. It's fine.
Love too. Hey.
Everybody needs love.
Hey, Rhea's been getting love. Rhea has been fresh off of her date. We're not gonna get into details.
Yeah, we just gonna jump right in.
We're not gonna jump into. I'm just saying you had a date. I don't see. I've been preparing myself for this holiday, again, the International Players Day.
So they don't watch the podcast yet because I haven't told them about it, but I said they.
You see the hair flip, y'all? See, I study body language. I study.
So I
sips tea. She's stuttering. And see.
I might have had more than one date today.
Ooh. Bum, bum, bum. She has the meat. Anyway, no. Let's discuss this. We're not at a pack. She doesn't kiss and tell.
I mean, they're lovely gentlemen. Had an amazing time.
These women out here on that.
Had an amazing time.
Let's just pause.
And I feel loved and appreciated.
What do you do, young player, when you the early date on Valentine's? She said, I could go out with you, Tyrone, but you got to take me out at 2:30.
Nope.
Are you rocking with that? Are you the early date on Valentine's?
So no. So in my defense, the early date wasn't. I wasn't expecting to see this person on Valentine's Day.
Oh, you just come with a pull up?
No, it wasn't a pull up. We had spoken, and I wasn't planning to go. I wasn't thinking that we were gonna do anything for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then we were texting last night, and then it was like, oh, what are you doing for lunch? And I was like, I'm not doing anything.
Ooh, he got the lunch off.
And then that morning he texted me. He was like, all right, I'm on my way. I'm gonna grab you and have some lunch. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, and you had already had the evening line.
I had already had plans for the evening.
You had already had Alejandro lined up for.
Yes, me and
Alejandro, see, yeah.
Already had plans.
Yeah, he had his.
Because Alejandro saw a couple weeks ago when we posted on IG, we were looking for dates.
That's why I pays to watch the
And Alejandro was like, what you mean you looking for dates? And I was like, you ain't asked me out. So, yeah, I am.
So Alejandro was he was on a roster, but he was coming off the bench. Was he like 8, 9, 10 seed, or was he? I mean, let's without
Yes, Alejandro was on the roster.
He was on the roster.
Around, but I really didn't expect.
So when he heard the call go,
and he saw
and watch y'all, we saving lives here. Y'all see this? What we doing?
Yeah, I definitely gave Alejandro life. Because I didn't. So he was like, "I'm gonna take you out," and I was
stepped up.
He was like, "If you wanted to go out, why did you tell me?" I was like, "Why would I tell you? You either ask or you don't. I don't need to." And so me and Alejandro went out for dinner.
And so Alejandro apparently had Rhea so tied up that she could not respond to her brother and co-host. Because I'm lonely on here. True. I'm crying,
We're
y'all.
talking about earlier in the week.
My heart is broken.
That had nothing to do with Alejandro.
I don't have.
Had nothing to do with Alejandro.
Which is why I got to go out on International Players Day. But I do not have a Valentine's. No one is my Valentine's. No one sent me a chocolate heart with "Be Mine," "You're cool," "Too cool for school," all the little red text on a.
Fairness, I did find someone for you to go out with, but we never talked about we never talked about how the date thing was going to happen.
And
I can still it can.
You're
going to
have a great time. I'm taking you out. Secret admirer, secret Santa via Rio, whatever you call it.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. That's gonna be a great thing. I'm ready. I'm gonna be.
You guys are gonna have fun.
Oh yeah. Okay, moving right along. So much fun. Let's go right into our sports. Y'all know we do. Hold on. We it's so much. See, I don't know where I want to go. Should we get the serious stuff out the way first, and then
sure.
Let's get the serious. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Gayle fucking King. I'm not going to dwell too long in it. Timestamp, I'm looking right at it. I just got to say this. I don't even want to talk about her. I want to talk about the Snoop Dogg and apology.
Right.
I'm tired of manhood. Y'all know this platform, we do and everything. We have to stand up for men. And I'm tired of when, melanated, brown, black men stand up for what we believe in. We got to walk our shit back.
Yes, with your power to the people.
You don't have to. We see you, brother. And you don't. It's unfortunate because I know, Snoop is in a precarious position. And shout out to Snoop, man, because he said what he meant what he said. But they take your words and they twist it. And the last thing, I don't believe, in my opinion, he was delivering a threat to Gayle, but they'll take that last part and make it, And when you in the machine, corporate sponsors, they can hang this shit over your head and do all that. So I understand both sides. I see people who like, you're supposed to stand there and say all of that, but you don't have the business ventures and all those things that he has. So I'm not even getting into that. I want to talk about why every time we speak our piece and speak passionately, they want to come for us. We have to understand, and we need men and more men. And to people who don't understand when I say manhood, people say, man, you passionate, you go too hard, you do all these things. This is the type of shit I'm talking about right here. When we say, first of all, no one says the things about Caucasian males when they do the same shit, right? So when we stand up for ours, it's always and I don't like that, man. That's wrong, and that's fucked up, and you can say what you want, but that's wrong. We're going to call that shit out. And I just wanted to be known, man, like, you know, we can say what we want here because, you know, it is what it is. This is a free platform, whatever. And that was fucked up with y'all, that y'all made. Snoop apologize, and whoever that lady is that I don't even know, she, Rice or whoever, you know, fuck all that, man. It's all working together, you know? And that's...
So, a couple things. The argument that was being made about Snoop attacking her personally versus just kind of attacking her tactics and what she did in the interview, I totally agree with that. Even though I thought it was funny as hell what he called her, and I laughed harder than I should have. But I do agree with the sentiment that just because you disagree with something that a person did doesn't mean that you should verbally tear them down, like personally tear them down. Attack their ideology, attack what they did, share your comments about that. But when you started to make it a personal attack, I do agree that that wasn't the best thing. I also don't agree that what he said was a threat. Like, you know, the whole "we coming for you." Like, people try to take it like it was some kind of aggressive thing. Know it.
Come on,
and
man.
It absolutely wasn't. And I think that most people, there are certain nuances to general conversation, right? Where it's clear like it was not a call to attack on Gayle King. It was just like he was feeling what he was feeling, justifiably so, because I think most people would agree with him because the questions that Gayle King asked in her interview were highly inappropriate. But I get why he apologized. I think that even in like if you even I'm sorry, so even if you apologize for calling her a funky dog head bitch, I'm sorry.
Bitch!
Even apologize for saying
you know
that.
You gotta say it like short. Bitch!
Oh, sidebar. I got a funny story about that.
You gotta let it come from the bellows.
I have a funny side story about that, but let me finish talking about Gayle King. So,
bitch! So, that's my last one. Go ahead.
So apologize for that, but I don't want it to don't let it get lost that what she did was highly inappropriate, and keep your energy about what she did being horribly inappropriate, bringing up this stuff in the wake of his death and his daughter's death, and to somebody who has absolutely nothing to do with the situation. Like, it was completely inappropriate.
5 seconds real quick. Why do y'all always do that to us when we gone? Michael Jackson, Kobe, like, you don't say the same shit. If you felt that passionately, bring that energy while he's here. Because Kobe would have gave you that fucking Mamba stare and you wouldn't have did that. So don't do it when we're gone. You know what I mean? That's all. Mm-hmm. I digress. We know what it is.
Yes.
We know.
But can I tell you that funny story?
Please.
Okay, so at my job, I have this coworker, white boy. And we were singing something. I forgot how we got on it. And I was like, we were talking about classic music. And, you know, he's talking about, you know, white classic music, which I totally like, no big deal. And so I was like, nah, you got to listen to Too Short. And all that? Yeah, I was like, you got to listen to Too Short. I was like, my favorite song, you got to listen to Too Short. And I was like,
what's her favorite song?
And I was like, what's my favorite word? And he just looked at me. He had no clue what I was talking about. And so I was like, just look at what I said. That's like, I was like, I'm going to bless your life real quick. I said, there's a song called Blow the Whistle by Too Short. I was like, you need to listen to it because it's going to change your life.
Is it a referee style whistle? Is it an orchestra type?
Right. And he was like, Blow the Whistle by Too Short. Okay, I'm going to listen to it, right? So he goes and listens to the song. Comes in the office the next day, comes in my office, what's my favorite word? Bitch. Everybody say it like short. And he rapped the whole first verse. Like, dude came in. He was like, it really is a catchy song.
He was up to 417 that night.
And he was like, it really is a catchy song. I was like, exactly. So now you understand. You've been blessed. So yeah, he came in rapping the entire first verse to Blow the Whistle. I changed his life.
Shout out to Too Short, whole West Coast. and East Coast Worldwide, all that, you already know. Check it out. I just don't feel like, man, there are not enough people that have the gumption, whatever you want to call it, balls, or to stand up and say these things because, you know, sometimes it can come back, gotta apologize, all that shit.
And they try to threaten you.
We know the Kevin Hart shit with the awards. If you don't, you can't host the Oscars if you don't say this shit. All that. I'm just saying. But right now, we talking about black man. He's still a black man.
No, he is. And
it ain't about. So here's my thing, real quick. It ain't about what you do. It's about if you're a black man and you say this and you say that you buck. We gotta make you buck. We gotta make you apologize. We gotta make you come back. And I'm gonna just tell y'all this. This is another thing I thought about. Let's be for real. I'm tired of systematically. I heard this. This is schemism. I'm tired of y'all every year trying to fuck up February. For real. This is Black History Month. Last year it was Jesse Smollett and that bullshit in February. This year it's the Gayle King. And we're spending more time talking about bullshit, a fucking botched ass made up shit with Jesse Smollett last year, the Gayle King shit this year, than we talking about Benjamin Banneker, George Washington Carver, Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, everybody, Martin Luther King, who we should be celebrating, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, during this month. Let's not miss that. Pay attention to what's happening, y'all. Pay attention to what's happening. All this bullshit we keep talking about and bring it to the forefront. Why does it always happen in February? Okay, we're gonna let that sink in for a little bit. So while that's sinking in, we're gonna get right back to International Players Day, because y'all don't know, you know, but it's just some stuff we gotta get off.
Conspiracy against Black history.
I ain't gonna say it's a conspiracy. I think it's convenient. It's convenient that it comes.
Tactical propaganda.
Oh, absolutely. Let's control the narrative. Like as somebody said, they flipped it. The attention is totally off of Gayle. Now the attention is Snoop and the Snoop's apology. That's what we're talking about now. Because the machine and the media, y'all gotta understand this propaganda, this media shit is
so you
for
think
real.
The machine is protecting Gayle?
She covered by that shit.
Okay.
Has Gayle apologized?
Yeah.
Where's Gayle apology to Vanessa? I didn't see that document. I don't know.
She apologized.
I'll look that up. She apologized to her family, to Vanessa.
I didn't watch the whole thing. It was like a whole video that she did where
wig was crooked. I saw that shit. I don't know who. Auntie, come on, Gayle. Somebody get your auntie. Gayle King, you have aunties. You have. You have nieces. You have nieces and all that. She had her shit on sideways. You know,
it was first thing in the morning. She threw that wig on and got on and apologized.
Her shit was worse than the Chewbacca joint. And I'm like, her rig was crooked.
So I will agree.
Is that the apology you're referring to?
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing. So I will agree that she does. Yes, she absolutely should apologize. I do agree that the snippet that was displayed was way more salacious than the whole interview was. It was still inappropriate. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm saying that the way her own network aired it was way more salacious and offensive than what salacious, the conversation actually was within the context. But it still was inappropriate because, like, why are you bringing this up now? Well, first of all, the person she was interviewing again has nothing to do with this situation.
That's one.
Like, and then why are you?
Two, she's a good friend of Kobe Bryant.
She's a friend of that family, so she's in mourning right now. So
and real quick, no, you got to mirror. But I'm just saying, you have to, as an interviewer, your job is to read the temperament and the body language she's going. You saw she tried to avoid it. She gave a diplomatic answer and just.
And she kept Gayle pressed.
So like 2 or 3, you still pressing.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that as a. But go ahead.
But I agree. It was inappropriate. But she did apologize. I don't know that it's enough, because I think that her whole track record with how she handles black people, celebrities, versus how she handles white celebrities, there is definitely a difference. And so I don't know that she's going to ever recover from that.
So that's the whole thing. Can we not call it? You asked the question a minute and a half ago, is it a conspiracy? It's not a conspiracy. Let's say what it is. Like, we got to be able to say what it is and acknowledge it.
A thing.
Call a spade a spade. Walk like a duck, talk like a duck. We call it a duck. You don't do this shit for Caucasian and Europeans who go with the same shit.
Yeah.
Again, Weinstein, Playboy, Hugh Hefner, all that shit.
Everybody
Elvis Presley,
Hugh Hefner.
all that. Come on, man.
But
y'all ain't digging up dirt and shit on these people. Cut it out. if I'm not mistaken, 45 was convicted of rape. We don't want to talk about that.
45 is just.
Okay. Grab her by the pussy. Y'all forgot about that? Grab her by the pussy. That's a statement. See, it goes away, and what we put in the forefront stays in your cerebral lobe. That's what happened.
Y'all know it's 2020, right? Which means we voting.
We gotta vote.
First of all, primaries.
I wasn't going there with that transition. I could have went 3 different ways. You can't just say, because the transition was grabbing by the pussy. But go ahead, primaries. I'm just saying. It's International Players Day. No. Speaking of which,
primaries are coming up. So for Democratic primaries, if you are a registered Democrat, please be aware, because whomever is going to end up on that final ballot in November, we need to make sure that it is a person that we want, because it's going to be the person that will ultimately go up against Trump. And then, of course, in November, please make sure you aren't.
I think that.
So here's the thing.
Fuck that.
Here's the thing.
I can't vote in the primary. But
but that's important though. So I am a registered Democrat simply because I want to participate in the primaries. I want to be able to participate in Democratic primaries. Not that I vote Democrat.
I gotta see what you talking about, full-fledged.
Not that I vote Democrat across the board.
I got you.
I always research my candidates, but I do think that the primaries is I think that every single opportunity that we have to vote in something, we should take it. So whether it's a county election, city election, whatever, we need to be a part of that. And so I'm not going to choose not to affiliate with a party and then miss an opportunity, because the 2 biggest parties are Republicans and Democrats. So
that's
that no matter what there's a Green Party, so no matter what election you have, these are the 2 largest 2. So why would you mute part of your voice into who can even get up to that presidential ballot?
It's when you know for real, it's all tied together anyway, and that's a whole different subject. But we can get into that. Because I'll be honest, the idea of a republic, okay, it's actually good. A republic protecting itself, military. Mm-hmm. If you look up the history of a republic, now Republican, and when they took it to go conservative, that's different. Yeah. You talk about Democrat, then you talk about liberals, and so people go to the extreme of each side. Mm-hmm. So right in the middle, there are pros and cons of each. If you want to go,
I agree.
So,
but for the purposes of voting, I think that you should allow yourself to have as much of a voice as
the whole thing is do your research.
Yes.
But then there's another faction that'd be like, that shit don't matter anyway, because that, and so it's tough because it's really a conundrum. At some point, it's like this voting shit really don't matter, but then, I've worked on engagements. I've been in the Census Bureau, seeing when shit don't, y'all talk about, the schools is bad. And we was just talking about this. Let's get in this back real quick. Knowledge. We in knowledge. The schools is bad. PG County schools is bad. Montgomery County, Howard County get more money. But no one comes out to the meetings that we are talking about to vote for the budget, for the school board and all that shit, where you can get more funding to your school and your districts.
I think
the reason why, when we talk about education, real quick, we had this barbershop conversation. Shout out to Studio 54 Green Room. When you talk about education funding and all these going to districts and amount of money and resources, teachers and all that shit, if y'all not coming out voting, why are you doing all this talking? And so it came up because I had one person, we gonna put her name out there, but she's like, yeah, I take my kids and I move to a certain county so that I can go to school here, Maryland, in Montgomery County, because they got better schools. But do they really? And if people are doing that, we can have those same resources, allocation, and build up our teachers and have that equipment if we were participating in that process. That's local council.
Yeah.
So that's when it comes to voting and doing all that.
You made a very great point. So the state and local governments and the state and local positions that become available, people are often not knowledgeable about that. And those are the things that most directly affect us. Our property taxes for our homes, what type of retail and economic things come into our neighborhoods, whether they're investing in small businesses versus just letting these big corporations come in. Those are things that are done by state and local governments. And so people focus on the presidency, and don't get me wrong, that's important.
They told me to run.
But you should.
And they said, Rhea gonna be my Condoleezza.
I have always said that I might go.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking at y'all. They looking at me. Y'all think I'm playing? Cause for real, main is for the people. Y'all already know that. Anybody who know my grassroots real.
It might be like a second
motivating
career.
All that. Yeah, we listen. Secretaries like Condoleezza.
I could definitely be like a senator.
Jim Jones.
I could definitely be a senator. Yes, I could see myself doing it.
But no, I will say this, real talk. There are a lot of young cats, young constituents and all that. Again, I've had different engagements. That's one thing about being contractor, doing different work. You get to work with that. I work State Board of Election. I'm seeing people young coming up. That's how Barack was a senator. Boom, gave a speech, where I already know the rest is history. Mm-hmm. So once we have people engaging in this, because again, a lot of these old cats filibustering, digging up in their nose, falling asleep in Congress, they about to be out. They falling asleep 3-4 years. Somebody gonna have to do it. Somebody gonna have to take over. And we here, we making this bread, we doing it. We could take over and do our stuff, So
it's
that's
gonna
a
take
whole
a significant amount of engagement, because some of these people who have positions, especially when you're talking about congressmen and senators, they are being backed by major corporations. So they have millions and millions and millions of dollars that are being pumped into them so that they can vote and do whatever it is that they said that they agreed to do. Like, you want this position, we'll give you these millions of dollars, but you got to vote for this, so you got to vote this way. One of the great things about Obama and how he got elected was this huge grassroots campaign.
Absolutely.
They got people engaged. And so that
talking
is the type
about the
of
real
thing that we need to do on a local level,
yes,
is to get people engaged and get them out to the polls so that you can get more people that are representative of you and what you believe in these positions, so that we can actually start to see something different happen. Because and this goes for Republicans and Democrats, because I don't believe that all Republicans agree with what is happening with our
So why y'all think we're giving y'all knowledge? Let's take it one step further. Great point, Rhea. To that point, again, I worked at the Census Bureau. We look at shit, and this is why we guys have the knowledge. Some people are not aware of stuff that goes on, okay? Somebody knock at your door, and it's 2020. This is the census. You don't want to answer the door. Okay, you're not counted. They go on to the next house. That factors into the amount of hospitals, the amount of firefighters, the amount of, paramedics, EPMD, whatever. I say EPMD, that's it, right? But I'm saying emergency paramedics and respond. EMT, thank you. And all that they give in certain jurisdictions when it comes to zoning, voting. If it's really 20,000 there, but 7,000 then open the door and they count 13,000. Oh, y'all don't need another hospital. Let's put that hospital in Howard County, in Calvert County. So that's what happens. We have to be more aware and take place and participate in these functions.
That's true.
That are vital to us getting, funding, resources, and everything we need.
Another piece of it is fear. The way that our current president talks to and addresses non-American born folks, people are scared. I mean, didn't you hear, what is it, for New York? He took away their ability to do, was it global entry? I think it was global entry. It was one of those, it was global entry or something, because they're not requiring people to be citizens to get licenses. So now that particular state can't do global entry. And for those people who travel a lot, listen, like, global entry is the best thing ever. You just breeze through customs like that. And so, but we have a president. But
you don't get your stamps though. It's electronic. You want your stamps on your passport.
No, where you're coming back into the country.
Oh, yeah.
So you're fine. But we have a current president who will use whatever tactic he needs to get his way. And if you don't go along with him, he will find a way to punish you or try and undermine you. And so all
that shit finna be over though. One term, he about to be out.
I mean,
I'm not
trying to enough, but in 3 years,
no, you're making a good.
In 3 years,
they could pass some shit that
Look at and we had, and this last election was actually really interesting because you had a lot of people who, when Bernie Sanders didn't make the primary, decided that they weren't going to vote at all, and it was a really tight election. And so we can't afford to have things like this. Like, we've added another $3 trillion, trillion with a T. To our national deficit. Job growth, job growth
trying to build a wall that we don't need.
And now they're going to take money from, was it the Pentagon or DOD? They're taking money from a government agency budget to build the wall that he campaigned and said that Mexico was going to pay for, even though Mexico was like, F that, we're not paying for anything.
We're not paying for shit.
So this is the type of stuff that, like, when you, and I understand.
Build their own fucking wall.
I understand frustration with the system. I totally understand it. But when you be like, F it, I'm just not going to participate, it allows things like this to happen.
And that's why we giving you the knowledge to say, we can't sit back and be, and so, you know, it's crazy because I'll be real with y'all. I'm kind of in the middle, and I see both sides. I always do because I got some homies who straight and people, homies, queens, sisters, and all. Fuck the vote and the process, all that shit. Let's do our own, be on that. And I understand where that comes from. And I got people who, like Rhea, who know Rhea gonna run for Congress. You know, she'll be the first to tell you her podcast, I am not running for office. But, and that's what I'm saying. So it's pros and cons. Rhea 2024. Listen, and we know her dirt. We know about Tyrone and McKenna. And that's what you think is strategic. Y'all think we playing? You can't come back and get my shit. We already put it out here. When Maine be at 1600, Pennsylvania. I told you about Big Bertha. So you ain't coming back on me.
About Big Bertha.
I done told you.
Listen,
what I done did.
My stuff is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I will still make.
We're counting on you.
A great senator.
This is a good ticket. Don't
with a great state of Maryland.
Let's get our presidential. So what y'all doing? Y'all listen to the Scheme Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, iTunes. Check this out. Entertainment. We've been entertained. Well,
are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? But you know, we talking real shit. I just want to keep it here. So real quick, y'all gotta vote. Y'all gotta answer the census.
That's real. Seriously.
2020. Y'all, it's crazy because this is like one of the most monumental censuses. I don't know if whatever it is, senseis. You like that? That's a schemism. Sensei. That has come because for real, it's so much at stake. And, we got like she said, to Rhea's point, foreign affairs, border wall.
Right. Seriously.
This is an election year where the tide could change. Republican,
really
Democrat, Republican.
We can start. We were on an upswing in our economy, in our job growth, and chipping away at our deficit. Mind you, even y'all taxes. I know that y'all have noticed in the past year, y'all getting anybody who like to do income tax balling. You ain't balling as hard as you did when Obama was in office. I promise you. Because I'm
the street.
I sincerely encourage you, if you are,
if
you're a registered,
she said tax balling. That's a schemism.
Tax balling.
Tax balling.
That's real. But if you are a registered Democrat, primaries are
in 2020.
A lot of people. Anyway, that's not the point.
We're going to come back to that. Let's pause parenthetically.
A registered Democrat. The primaries, I believe, are in April. So you have some time to figure out who you would like to vote for. Secondly, because this is an election year, it's 2020. It happens every 4 years. We vote for a president. If you're a registered voter, number one, if you're not a registered voter, do that now. But if you're a registered voter, you get a little pamphlet, a little gray pamphlet that will tell you what your ballot looks like. Read the questions that they're going to ask you to vote for, and read all of the positions that are up for election, and do some research on these people to see what they are about. And if you're not going to do it, talk to your politically inclined friend and ask for advice. Because I have plenty of friends who just be like, Rhea, tell me about these people, and I will happily tell you about them.
And congressmen and them switch parties on the low. Like, you may not know, they could have voted something all their life, and then because the number's going to be off, they'll switch and all that. You don't even know. You just see such and such for, freaking Zansky, and you be just, you know what I mean? So you got to do your due diligence, is what we're saying.
And I think we have a senator. Is Ben Carter enough? No,
this whole episode got political, but we know we're going to stay right there. It's okay, because
it's 2020. Vote.
And we're going to tell you, our players is, mental, spiritual, physical, because we give the queen so much.
Players
anyway, you have to be in there.
Strategic.
International Players Day. So let's get back to the actual. We have some questions that came in from the panel.
Ooh, questions.
We wanted to get into
gallery.
it. So like other pagan days, this is for Rhea. This is from somebody out in Rancho Cucamonga.
Hey, Rancho Cucamonga.
Check it out. They said, is it wrong for a guy to say, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day? We know that. We got to answer the power. Is it wrong, for a guy to say, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day?
This is for me? Yes. No, of course not. He can say it. No.
He can say it. Talk about it. Let's discuss this.
No, he can say it.
I felt some sauce and spice from Real 605.
No, it's no sauce. He can say that he doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day, and you as a female decide how big of a deal that is.
This is appearance. We need appearance. How it appears. Let's talk about it.
But I think that, so for me, I celebrate all the holidays.
Okay.
I say celebrate is a strong word. I acknowledge all the holidays, right? So on St. Patrick's Day, I might throw on some green. On Cinco de Mayo, I'm probably going to have a margarita. On Valentine's Day, I'm going to acknowledge the person that I'm with.
Adios mío.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna want to go out on it. Now, mind you, I don't think it needs to be insane, but like I'm gonna want some flowers or some candy, and I'm gonna do something for you too, because that's just how I am. It's not a thing where I would not talk to a person if they say they didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. I actually know, it's so funny. One of my friends, her husband, isn't into holidays at all. And
no Christmas, no Kwanzaa, no Turkey Day.
He'll do Christmas, but like Valentine's Day and birthdays and all that stuff,
shit.
He's not into it. And it's like you know, she wants to have something on those days. And it's not to say that he isn't a good guy that doesn't go out with her or acknowledge her, but it's important to her. And I think that you have to have honest conversations about what's important to you. Like if this stuff matters and you want him to do something, then you need to say, like, I get it, but this matters to me. So how are we going to work this out? I think people just need to be honest. Like if you want to celebrate Valentine's Day,
I'm taking out Trinell.
Then you got to be honest about it.
I think that's a great answer, Rhea. A lot of bullshit. But I think a lot of fluff in there. That's why Rhea gonna be a great politician. You see how she danced? She talking a lot of.
I didn't dance. I addressed it. Okay. You gotta be open with communication.
I think that we don't have enough time for me to unpack all that. No. It was cool, but our engineer in the back said the same thing. Yes, like fuck out of here with all that. If I don't like, here's what I want to talk from a male perspective. Same question. Ladies, stop holding that against fellas. This is some good guys who don't buy into all this shit. If we don't buy into all this pagan shit, same way a Muslim might say I don't celebrate Christmas is the same way. If I don't give you flowers or no chocolates or no damn pom-poms and all that, whatever the fuck it is you like on Valentine's Day, that don't mean I'm not a good guy.
It doesn't mean that's true. It doesn't mean you're not a good guy.
Stop that shit. That's what we want to talk about. Yeah, if a guy doesn't celebrate that, get out of here. We're going to just keep moving it along. This is more directed to the fellas. Fellas, this is a question. I'm gonna ask the question to answer.
And then answer it.
It says,
sounds about
fellas,
right.
getting that random, how you been? Hey, big head, what you doing? She's smiling because she knows she sent it. When they give you that 2 or 3 days before Valentine's Day, what that means? I want to hear it from the back. Let's go. What that mean? Hey, big head. She ain't text you since October 22nd. What you doing? And that means Rodney, she know Rodney. I keep going with Rodney. Let's touch
Rodney.
Theodore. Theodore is not getting her anything for Valentine's Day, so she's trying to fall back on Milton. Huh? Have you ever had this happen to you, player? Talk about it. Have you ever had this happen to you? The hey big head, you know? So he never been through it. Okay, I had. Let me talk about experience.
You got a hey big head text?
I ain't get a hey big head. I got a how you been? So I've been thinking about you. It's kind of convenient on February 9th. But you know, I ignored it, and I respond to International Players Day, February 15th. Here's what I would tell you. Ladies, we see that shit. Stop it.
Well, y'all do it too. Like it's no.
Stop it. No.
Okay, sorry. You got it. You're going to have it. You can have it.
You're not getting it.
Ladies, they know what you're trying to do.
Listen, exactly.
They know what you're trying to do.
You ain't talked to me since August. The last time I wore that thing out was opening weekend, September, in NFL season. Now you come in February, a week after the Super Bowl, with the hey big. Stop it. Now I will give you this. She feels entitled, because I wore it out.
Not the preacher.
From September to January.
Tap your neighbor.
I did tap you out. I tapped her neighbor and I tapped her out. I didn't tap her neighbor. Her neighbor wanted it too. I tapped her out. I didn't tap her neighbor. So she feel like she should get some flowers for the 9 months and chocolates. I wish I had a help here. I can't preach like I wanted.
I had no help.
I wish, since I wore it out from January to September. This hit home. The hit dog will holler. She feels that I owe her some restitution.
Did she feel
restitution,
that,
if you will?
Or is she trying to see what the move is to Valentine's Day?
No, she's fucking with someone who probably feel like you only got 3 months. The holiday season, they didn't do that, and now you want to go back. Because women do the retrace. I feel like we call this a retrace. Hashtag retrace.
Yeah, but I feel like you're giving too much backstory. I feel like she's trying to line up a move for Valentine's Day, and that's really what it is. And she thinks that you might be a move. Not you, specifically you, but whoever is getting the hey big head. Can we go into appearance?
We were supposed to be in appearance. Actually, let's go into manhood. We was in appearance and manhood. Let's go into manhood. Check this out, which is a perfect segue for International Players Day. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all see it right here? Players Day.
We gotta go out with Players Anthem.
Watch this.
Like when we leave.
Oh, yeah.
I need to hear that.
All the players came. Check this out. This is why. Did I hit the note? See, Rhea is my singing. Check this out. This is why we have Players Day for chicks like y'all, because we know what it is. Y'all trying to come out here and capitalize off that. No. You will get hit up. Now watch this. Ladies, I'm telling y'all this. Look me in the eye. One out. Camera one.
A lot of y'all going to answer though. If
ladies,
if you ain't got enough
your
to do,
phone is going to blow up on February 15th. All the players came from far and wide. What was they wearing? Wearing afros and braids. And that gangster rhyme. Now I'm here to tell you. Let me leave it alone, Rhea, because if I get in my bag, they'll be one of the main Manifest albums.
You're already in your bag.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house,
not a creature.
All the players were cleaning, picking up bras and blouses. And that's what you do on Players Day Eve. See, they don't know it. You got to get the spot together because it's going down.
But you said the night before Christmas.
It's the night before Players Day. Sorry, it's the night before Players Day.
It's the night after Valentine's Day. And all through the house.
It's the night of Valentine, and all through the house.
Clothes were sprawled all around.
All the players were getting ready, picking up bras and blouses, changing their garbage. Get rid of those old tampons.
Wait, what?
Tonight we.
We need to stop going down this road. You turn. Let's come back. Let's bring it back.
You gotta empty your trash.
You went too far.
You gotta empty your trash, fellas. Make sure you empty your bathroom trash because that's the #1 place chicks go.
Really?
What? When you have multiple bathrooms, who the fuck hair is this? Right in your
Seriously?
arm. Who the fuck hair is this? You ain't ever.
Oh my God! I got a funny story, but I probably shouldn't tell it.
Go ahead. Let's get in it.
Shish kebabs. Well, okay. So I have a friend who is dating a couple of people. Guy. Got together with a girl he hadn't seen in a while and brought her to his place and didn't realize that he hadn't changed his sheets from the last time that he had female company.
That's a rookie mistake. He's in his 20s, isn't he?
No. And she saw
fellas, this is
remnants of his last encounter.
Spaghetti sauce, ragu, or what was it?
It was just no, not period stuff. Just evidence.
Truffle butter. Listen, players. This is not what you want to do.
But she saw it. She saw the remnants, and then she found a hair like on the pillow, and she walked out. Stormed out is probably a more appropriate word after seeing what happened.
Players. February 14th, I would say to the player is more important than April 15th. You can file an extension for these taxes. These hoes not letting you get the extension. Let's go. They not letting you get the extension off. I'm telling you right here, near and wide. The original title would be the 22nd Annual International Players Day. It was too long for TV. We're going to put it in a thing. Listen, take it from me. I know. I'm not only a client. I'm not only the president.
I'm a member.
Whatever. Check it.
Oh.
Players Day all worldwide. And then next month, we're going to celebrate
Steak and BJ Day.
Steak and BJ Day.
If you're coupled, let's say, so ladies, especially married ladies, ladies, I believe it's March 14th.
I think it's 13th because February is a leap year. I looked it up. Research. Trust but verify.
March 13th, 2020. Steak and BJ Day. What that means is you make your man a steak. Find out in advance how he likes the steak. Look me in my eye. Find out in advance how he likes his steak. Have it prepared for him. Make some sides. Put some potatoes with that thing. Yeah. And if he likes asparagus, whatever you want, give him a nice meal. And then, once he is nice and full, have him for dessert. March 13th.
I feel like
2020.
Cherie, you can't be doing. What do you
You're
do?
welcome, ladies.
What do you do for the ladies who can't make steak? You're gonna have these girls burning their house down.
Take your man to a steakhouse and let him get steak, and then take him home and have him for dessert. If you're not good at BJ's, you have time to hone your skills, to practice. Watch some YouTube videos. Look at a couple porn videos. Figure out how to get that thing. Practice your breathing techniques. Get it through the nose instead of through the throat so you can. I mean, we're not going to go down that road. I'm just saying.
So this is what I want to do. Breathing techniques. So we're going to unpack that. Let's discuss this.
Govern yourself accordingly.
Let's discuss this.
Give your man his due on March 13th.
Check this out. And we would not be a fair show because just like Valentine's Day is for the ladies in relationships,
Valentine's Day
International Players Day is for the men who are single. Steak Day is for the men who are in relationships, Steak and BJ Day. And for the ladies who are single, March 14th. And Rhea is the firm president
Ladies,
of this.
if he is not
International Float Out Day.
Do not put your lips on his penis.
International Float Out Day for all the who've been flown out across the world. Across the world.
Ladies,
we're going to celebrate you on that day.
Steak and BJ Day is a relationship thing. Don't let no dude who been
cut the mic off. We gotta go out. We gotta go.
Who been inconsistent.
Bye. No.
Who ain't do nothing for Valentine's Day. Who tried to start arguments around Christmas time. Don't let him come in there and give him that good steak and that good head. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Fellas.
This is for a man who earns it. He has to earn that steak.
Do not fly her out if she just start rocking with you on March the 8th.
No, that's
because International Float Out Day.
Fly out early. Get to know a person.
Can we get out of here?
Sometimes you gotta fly out for the date. Rhea 605.
Oh my goodness.
I got a passport. What you trying to do? I'm lovely company. Great conversationalist.
I can't. I'm done. Can we get a try? Oh, we wanted the players in. Can we get?
Yes.
Well, we can't get. We'll play it after. We can't get that cleared.
Are you gonna sing it?
In the budget. I sing it. Oh, the hose came. This is the remix. This is the Float Out remix. Oh, the hose flew in on Spirit flights. They ain't have their shit brain because they fucked last night. Now I'm here to tell you that there's a better day when a Float Out Day is coming on March 15th. Skinny Podcast. Let's go. I'm walking off. Drop my mic. We'll put
Pick it up so you can drop it. Bye, y'all. That's all I got.